Liberty, or freedom if you like, is a perfectly simple concept, understandable to all, it seems, except to the very dim and some of the very clever. It is the condition in which a man or woman is free to express their identity, exercise their God-given talents, acquire and pass on property, bring up a family, succeed or fail, live and die in peace. And the most important requirement for that free society is a rule of law, informed by equity and upheld by impartial judges. The single biggest intellectual error during my political lifetime has been to confuse freedom with equality. In fact, equality, being an unnatural condition which can only be enforced by the state, is usually the enemy of liberty. This was a point I made in France on the bicentennial celebration of the French Revolution, which deliberately and dangerously confused the two. My French hosts were somewhat perplexed, but the point stands. Starting with the French Revolution, and then greatly encouraged by the Bolshevik Revolution, modern times have been plagued by isms. That is, by ideologies, in effect secular religions. Most of them were unbelievably bad. Communism, for example, accounted for approaching 100 million deaths. It enslaved the East, while its first cousin socialism impoverished much of the West. Nazism, that other brand of socialism, and its tamer forebear fascism, killed about 25 million. All have left scars on our societies, which perhaps will never fully heal. The proponents of these ideologies engaged in polemics and indeed violence against each other. But they had more in common than they admitted, for their essence was that the state had the right, indeed the duty, to act like a god, and the results were devilish. Of course, sometimes in the case of socialism, they were also comic.